Hello guys, in today's session we will discuss big data. What is big data? There are several definitions of big data as it is frequently used as an all-encompassing term for everything from genuine data sets to big data technology and big data analytics. Basically, big data is a term which is used to describe massive volumes of both structured and unstructured data. It is so large that it is difficult to process and cannot be handled by utilizing traditional data processing applications. Although big data does not refer to any size, the term itself we often use when speaking about petabytes and hexabytes of data. Big data is arriving from multiple sources at an alarming velocity, volume, and variety. These are known as three V's of big data. The first V, velocity. Velocity is the speed at which the data is created, stored, analyzed, and visualized. Whereas second V, volume, that is 90% of all data ever created was created in the past 2 years from now, on the amount of data in the world which will be going to double every 2 years. That is the volume that is being generated from various different sources in a very huge manner. Finally, we are having third V, that is variety. Data today comes in many different formats, which can be structured, semi-structured, or else it can be unstructured data. You can also take an example from the various different social networking websites like Twitter, Facebook, Blogger, Pinterest. So all these are the data which has been generated from various these different sources. They are in different forms. That is, we call it as variety. And also, data is being generated by everything around us all the times. Every digital process and social media exchange, they produce big data. Not only that, even systems, sensors, and mobile devices do generate huge amounts of data. So this is all about big data. Now let's talk about types of big data, starting with first, that is structured data. Data that resides in a fixed field within a record or file is called structured data, and this includes data contained in a relational databases and spreadsheets. That is something where we are storing our data inside the tables in the form of rows and columns. That is something we call it as structured data. Now next we are having semi-structured data. Semi-structured data is basically a form of structured data itself that does not conform to the formal structure of data models which are associated with relational databases or any other forms of data tables, as it contains tags or other markers to separate semantic elements and enforce hierarchies of records and fields within the data. We can take an example for semi-structured data like JSON, XML, HTML. All these comes under the part of semi-structured data, which can be easily readable by humans, but the structure is not properly defined. It is not in a formal structure of data model. So that's why we call it as semi-structured data. And lastly, we are having unstructured data. So basically, people in the business world are generally very familiar with the types of structured data. But however, unstructured data is a little less familiar, not because there's less of it, but before technologies like NoSQL and Hadoop came along, harnessing unstructured data was not possible. In fact, most data being created today is unstructured. As I have already given you the example, it can be in the form of YouTube videos, or else it can be in the form of your Twitter post, your LinkedIn profile, or it can be your Facebook likes, comments, the images which we upload, the videos which we download. All these are your unstructured data. Also, whatever the images, whatever the mails, whatever the text messages, your WhatsApp messages, all are basically the part of unstructured data. So these are the basic types of data that we people generate from various different sources. So this is all about big data.